So another thing that I want to talk about, like their corporate greed, right? Another example of it. Have you guys heard of a little animation called Interspecies Reviewers? You know, spicy stuff. What I found really funny about that, funny, um, is that Funimation bought the rights to that. I haven't yet to finish it, but what I find funny is that they bought the rights to it. A few episodes in, they're like, "Oh shit! Wait, this is adult content. We can't have it," right? Because of the corporate greed, they didn't review it. Ironically, they didn't look into the content to say, "Is this appropriate? Should we buy the rights to it?" And then release it. No, their greed is like, "Let's buy the license. People will watch it. Oh shit, this is not appropriate." Right? That's part of the greed. And then, they left no way of watching it legally. No way of watching it legally. Like, it's so funny to me. Like, multi-million-dollar company cannot review if they should license something or not. Only then months later, was it released under the company Right Stuff. Thank God for them for that moment, at least. And I got stuff to say about them later. I know I'm judging a company on, like, their small mistake and their things, but, like, I don't know. What are people paying for then? What quality are they paying for it? They're subscribing to Funimation, right? And, oh boy, I got stuff to say about Crunchyroll and their subscription model too. Right Stuff. What's really funny about them is then, I think it's been a while now, but they got bought up by Crunchyroll, essentially, by Sony. And it's just funny to me because, like, they had adult toys. Yeah, okay, let's say they had adult toys. They had adult themed content on that website, and, like, we need to move everything over to a new site now. It's like, wait a minute, what? Why don't you just keep the Safe for Work stuff on Crunchyroll store, and then just have Right Stuff keep the adult stuff? Or I've seen websites have toggles where they can toggle on and off the adult content or not. It's like, why do you have to move everything over? It was so weird. Wait, Sony bought? Yeah, Sony owns Funimation. But Sony bought Crunchyroll about a year ago. Yeah, Sony owns both Crunchyroll and Funny. Yeah. See, that's the thing for Leaf, right? You're surprised by that because they essentially have a monopoly on Western distribution of anime. Like, if you look at, let me find out who they own. You know what? Sony subsidiaries. So, let's look at assets owned by Sony. Wikipedia. Trusted source, right? Their umbrella is gigantic, okay? Remember that they're an entertainment company. They also own music stuff. I did mention that before. Semiconductors. Pictures Entertainment. They Animax, Madhouse, Crunchyroll LLC, Madman Anime. They control a lot of the stuff in the European market too. Right Stuff, as we already just mentioned. Aniplex. See? Aniplex. Right? A1 Pictures. Cloverworks. Like, seriously, they own too much of the anime industry. Like, in the East, no. Right? Back on Japanese soil. Oh, hi, Other Guts. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, they own a lot. It's scary. Right? Like, that's why I'm so concerned about Sony in their space with anime. They're a Crunchyroll famous streaming site. Everyone on YouTube who's big enough has been sponsored by them, right? I had for a time, like, you know, when I was a smaller little boy, little innocent boy, I would love to be sponsored by them one day. It'd be so great. No, no, never. I mean, at this point, I don't even see them ever offering a sponsor, which is fine. I don't want to be sponsored by them because I've talked so much smack about them anyways. So, like, I don't care. When you hear Crunchyroll, right? What do you think? I'm going to assume you think anime streaming site. Right? Pretty simple. That should be the main attraction, and then ancillary stuff is being able to buy manga and merchandise, all the other ancillary stuff that comes with it. What are Crunchyroll subscribers paying for when even last year I went back to their website, tried just to watch an episode? Unwatchable. Why is the UI so ass? What are Crunchyroll subscribers paying for? I know they're paying for the licenses. That's one part of it. So I have used illegal streaming sites to watch anime that have a better user experience than Crunchyroll, a paid service. And even more, right? They made different tiers so you can pay more for Crunchyroll for their ass streaming service. By the way, if you get this much, if you buy this much merchandise of value merchandise, you get a little discount. Thanks. But the main point of having a Crunchyroll account is to watch it, right? Like, yes, it is ironic. They used to be a piracy site. Absolutely. I think for most part, when I say Crunchyroll to anyone, they're like, streaming site. But yet that main feature isn't working properly. Then what's the point of paying for it? You might be saying, what did you try the paid version? Because I did try it with the 2-week trial that they offer with everyone. I tried it with the 2-week trial as well. Okay, because that should be the premium paid experience. Still ass. Thanks, Crunchyroll. Are paying your IT department enough? I don't think so. What is Crunchyroll paying for? Yeah, that's the funny thing, right? It's a good question. What are they paying for? So for sure, they're paying for maintenance for their servers to continue serving anime. For sure, they're paying licensing fees to continue to host such anime. And I believe also, some of that money is obviously used for their merchandise. And as High Guardian Spice and Tower of God has proven, they're using it to fund their animation projects. And yes, of course, their rent, right? The actual office space they use. So that's where I find it kind of shameful, in a way, is that they had enough money to say, I don't want animation, but also High Guardian Spice. Let me address that right now while we're on the topic of Crunchyroll, right? High Guardian Spice was marketed as, look, animation, but also, by the way, don't worry about the story, don't worry about the characters being good. By the way, half of our writing staff is women, and half of our total staff, for one part, is all women, and then our writing team, all women. So good. I'm like, I don't care. Is it good? Like, is it good? Right? Yeah. It's hilarious. And the whole promotion was, oh, we need an anime that's really successful, that's made by women. It's like, okay, have you heard of, I don't know, Full Metal Alchemist, written by a woman? Sailor Moon, written by a woman? I don't know, man. There's no successful anime written by women, right, guys? Right? And even more, one of the writers, I talked about this a while back, was an outright misandrist. Okay, like no holds. Okay, actually, a misandrist. She was on Twitter all the time. Kill all men. White man bad. Kill all men. I'm like, what? You want this person to be part of your writing team? Excuse me? Optics, guys. Oh, yeah. Some people don't understand that anime, we don't care who worked on it, as much as they bring out the quality. Sadly, they marketed that and people ended up, yeah. Absolutely, right? That's it. And that should be the bottom of the barrel, is that make a good product. Then get recognition for said product. Totally fine. So yeah, Sentai Filmworks was the only one left that I had some faith in. But then I realized, oh, there's actually some like incestuous nature, that's where I was looking for earlier, between all of the licensing companies, right? And I failed to remember the name of this person, but they worked under Crunchyroll and Sentai Filmworks as ADR and a localizer, I believe. I don't remember for sure, but ADR for sure. And I'm like, that's a spot I need to keep an eye on, because I can see that becoming a bigger spot. and ruining Sentai Filmworks. So back to Sentai Filmworks, right? They had a subsidiary of High Dive as well. They're a streaming service that was kind of an equal to, an answer to Crunchyroll and Funimation streaming stuff. And they're the same ones that allowed that person to change remove pronouns from that anime that had a guy who changed into a girl. I was done with them at that point. It's so sad. I really liked them as a company. They licensed a lot of stuff I liked. They dubbed a lot of things I liked, and no more support for me. I'm done with them. Like, the incestuous nature, and then and actually the ADR I spoke about earlier. She was celebrating the shutdown, I believe, of Kiss Anime and Kiss Manga, or some other like manga anime distributor. And so this individual, they celebrated the shutdown either of that or horrible subs, I believe. So this person celebrated, like, so people were, on topic about, oh no, this site shut down or whatever, right? So people were talking about it on Twitter, all of that stuff. And then she went out of her way to write, like, in her notepad app, whatever it was, and she made a response to everyone's concerns when these sites went down. One of these sites went down. And there's a few key ones that I really remember each time I think about it. And she's like, so one concern was like, well, now I'm gonna have a harder time to get it. And she's like, if you can't watch it, it was not made for you to watch. Oh, wow, thanks. Another argument. Well, it's hard to find that thing in my country, or hard to acquire. Well, that's too bad. What? People want transliteration. Well, translating is not transliteration. We have to localize it. We have to. Shut up. Goddamn. Like, I hate the fact that shit. Oh, if you can't have access to it, you're not allowed to watch it anyway. It's like, what the fuck? If I want to watch it, I want to watch it. She argued about supporting localizer or whatever. If you keep changing shit, why would I want to? I don't trust you. The last thing that I hate. Okay, so people said, she said support people, blah blah, and she's like, oh, but it's only $5 a month, or whatever amount subscription a month to pay the thing. Lady, she was poor shaming people for not being able to subscribe to things. You don't know people's financial situations. You're like, what's only this much money? Shut up. $5 could be a lot for someone. And you're like, it's only $5. She sounded exactly like that streamer. It's like, it's only $5. I give you free content. It's only $5. Ugh! It angers me to no end that they're like, it's only this amount of money. Shut up, you privileged piece of shit. Okay? Like, you on your little, golden throne. Oh, it's only $5. Like, I can go on and on about how I hate when people say it's only $5. Sympathize with people, god damn it. If they can't buy it, they're not gonna buy it anyways. Right? I agree with Gabe Newell, and I believe this is something he has said before. That piracy is an access issue. It is. Okay? I admit, I have definitely pirated anime in the past. Due to YouTube guidelines, I cannot condone it. But I have pirated stuff in the past because I didn't have money. I was a young boy, a young lad who had no job, no money. How am I going to subscribe to things? No credit card. How do I subscribe to things? Right? And this is where the funny thing is, right? The anime industry is targeted towards young people, right? That includes youth, and then adults actually have the money. So who is your paying customer? Oh yeah, the man children. Maybe respect them a bit. Maybe let them pirate that stuff, and if they like it, have enough money, they can buy it. because that's how I like to do it. Okay, that's how I like to do it before, where I like the thing, I'll buy the game.